scared, Silas? Good. Because you owe me now. You won't get clear of that debt. You're going to do exactly what I say. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you get on that horse. You ride to Eagle Rock Station as fast as you can. My friend the Reverend will meet you there. Shooter gets there before I do. You do exactly what the Reverend says. Is that clear?
It's clear.
God help you if you cross me again, Silas. Hell itself will not stop me from finding you. You understand?
Understood.
Go on.
So, how many weeks are you gonna be gone again?
3 weeks. Maybe 4. Is this about the job or is this about Shooter?
Bill, what do you think? Why has it always gotta be a shooter?
You know why. How many times are we gonna go around about this?
Not like you can't find work elsewhere.
Wearing a badge don't pay half as good as this job. Besides, I don't have anybody shooting at me either. And what do you want from me?
What I want is to know why you choose him over me.
That's not fair, June, and you know it.
No, it's not. And yet you keep running all over the country with Shooter, and you leave me here alone.
Look, I told you this is the last job. What Renfield's paying with this job will give us enough to sell out here. We can finally get that nice place down in Ogden. Even over in Boise City if you want.
What I want is for you to find another way. One of these times you're gonna go out with Shooter, and you're not gonna come back.
You know better than that.
Survived the war, didn't I? Come here. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Is that you up there, Renfield? I expected to find Shooter up here.
I sent him up ahead to get camp set up.
I heard tell he's bringing on that new kid from Montana. You meet him yet? Hope he ain't a greenhorn.
Let's hope not.
You ever see it snow like this in September?
Yeah, I've seen snow every month of the year up here.
Well, makes sense we gotta get these cows down in some warmer weather.
It's gotta snow 3 times before it'll stick.
Not before.
Yeah,
About how far ahead are they? You think we get there by dark?
I think so.
I tell you, September stays this cold, I'm gonna be tipping Carson's bourbon.
Me too.
I'll follow you, boss.
Silas, that there is Missouri Bill McAllister.
He's more Tennessee than Missouri these days.
You better not let my mama hear you say that. I don't know about you boys, but this weather's more confusing than a woman. I feel like my face got sunburned all to hell today, and this air tonight's cold as the grave.
Hope his cattle driving's better than his coffee.
How long you think, boss? A couple weeks, get them all back down to your place?
Yeah, everything goes well. Maybe a little shorter.
Well, June will be happy about that.
Always good to keep the wife happy.
That's what they say.
So I've been curious, Bill. What brings a Missouri lawman way out here?
Well, looking for that sense of grand adventure in the West, I suppose.
Being a lawman wasn't adventurous enough for you?
I guess I was looking for a different kind of adventure. And turns out Memphis wasn't all it's cracked up to be.
Memphis? I thought you were from Missouri.
I am. You see, back in '62, I rode with Grant and we went through Memphis on our way to Vicksburg. And I remember thinking, you know, Memphis is a nice town if it wasn't on fire. I always wanted to go back there. And after the war, I did go home to Missouri, and before I knew it, some damn fool talked me into being a lawman. I didn't see that coming, but I was good at it, wearing a badge and cracking heads, but I always wanted to get back to Memphis. Right after June and I got married, we moved to Memphis, and I started working for the U.S. Marshal Service under Smokey Forsyth. Memphis was fine until it wasn't. And, well, things happened and Memphis lost its appeal.
Well, what happened in Memphis?
That's a story for another time, son.
When'd you get to running with Shooter?
I met Shooter in Chattanooga. In lieu of a court-martial, he was on disciplinary leave. A lot of people didn't like Shooter, but we always got along pretty good. I got stabbed in Knoxville right after the war. Old Shooter there saved my life.
Stabbed?
Yeah, if it hadn't been for Shooter, I'd have bled out there in the snow. After that's when I went home to Missouri. But when June and I moved to Memphis, there he was. Old Shooter never even left Tennessee. But we left Memphis and spent about a year in Missouri before we moved for out here. And now I ran into him again coming across Montana. Where was it, Milestone? Yeah. He told me about this outfit and been pushing cows up and down this range ever since. It's not a bad life. If you can keep Carson off his flask.
There's enough for everybody.
It's all that keeps him warm at night.
Hell, Carson came out here, he didn't even have a coat. It's a good thing I brought one.
I figured I'd pick one up on the way.
Maybe a coat or a woman.
All the women.
Carson has never changed. Thanks, Smiley. Where'd you get all these black cows?
Bought them from a duded up stock agent out of Chicago. And as far as I know, they're the first Angus west of the Rockies.
That couldn't have been very cheap.
No, but I think it'll pay off one day.
Yeah, I expect you're right. No, Shooter and Carson are off over there, up over that ridge, chasing about 15 head. These cows seem like they'll push pretty good.
Yeah, they're a lot less trouble than them crazy cattle out of Texas.
Damn longhorns.
You want me to go get them saddled up?
What do you think, boss?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, then.
Pull up here, Silas. Shooter's bunch is gonna go the wrong way.
Don't take any sass from that lead cow.
See? Just like that. Carson, come give Silas a hand here.
I'm on it, Smiley. I'll take point with Shooter and we'll push him left.
Good pace, boys. Don't want to walk any fat off 'em.
Got another half dozen head down there.
Okay.
Got another four down there by that aspen grove, and then that one heifer with the death wish is halfway up the other side of that hill. They're not too bad spread out.
She'll join up eventually.
Yeah.
Bill, what did happen in Memphis? I never even knew you were a U.S. Marshal.
A bunch of good men got killed. All of my friends. A lot more fun out here pushing these cows.
I guess if you call it that.
Better than getting shot at. Better than losing friends.
How did that happen?
Well, he's transporting a shipment of seized Confederate gold from Vicksburg to Memphis, and they got bushwhacked in between. 10 marshals went down, 4 came back. 4 that came back, 2 of them were shot up pretty bad. Shooter's one of them. Awful high price to pay. Since I had been an officer in Grant's retinue, my boss, Smokey, got the commission straight from Grant himself. Outside of Grant, I was one of only 3 people who knew what we were hauling. Then a week before that detail, I got pneumonia. I damn near died. I wasn't even there with him. Someone let it slip. A lot of men paid. After that, Memphis just lost its luster. Between the cholera, typhus, and the war, I've lost damn near every friend I ever had. After Memphis, I decided I had just about enough of that. Enough of watching my friends die. After we saw that Shooter's gonna be all right, June and I moved back to Missouri for a spell and came out here.
Those are some dark days.
Yes, sir. You know, by my count, Shooter's been shot a dozen times. Between riding with Sherman and Memphis, he's full of holes. You never know what to look at him, though.
He's a lucky man.
Yeah, he's a survivor, that's for sure. How much longer do you think it's going to take for that one heifer to come back down?
I don't know. I don't want to wait on her any longer.
Yeah. I hear you. Well, I'll follow you, boss.
Silas, I said hold him here, not push him out.
Sorry, Smiley. Ugh, damn horse.
I don't think that kid's gonna last on that horse's whole drive.
Looks green as grass.
It's gonna be hell to pay if Shooter finds out, though. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna swap him out.
Sounds like a good idea.
You just got that horse, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You've never been on a cattle drive before either, have you?
No, sir.
That horse is gonna give you away. If the Shooter finds out, there'll be hell to pay. He hired a greenhorn. Tell you what. Why don't you and me trade mounts?
Come on, up. Pick it up. There's that Rocky Mountain weather again. Cold as the grave this morning, hotter than hell right now.
Let's wait here, Silas. Wait for Shooter and Carson to bring theirs in.
Go on, get around there. Up. Up. Come on. Up.
Hey, Smiley, you think we should slow him down?
Well, Silas, are you going to finish as strong as you started today? And I'll put Magnum in. And you put Gunsmoke in.
Cowboys and ladies.
Whoa! No wonder he thought he had me beat. 3 9s.
God almighty, Carson.
You keep tipping that flash, you're gonna be riding like Silas.
From home, I'm 2,000 miles from Memphis, but only a few miles from
Bill,
home.
get that lead cow turned.
Looking back over my shoulder as the house fades out of view. Every time the thunder rolls, all I can think about is you.
Let's let him settle there, boys. That's good for today.
But just don't let Silas make the company tonight.
Pouring rain, but every drop of that old water ain't gonna wash away the pain. And we've been down this road before. I'm
Carson, watch that heifer.
from Memphis, but
Oh, there she goes,
Come on.
Bill.
Get down there, you jughead. Good pace, boys, good pace.
Well, they must know they're getting close to home. Go ahead and push one on out, Shooter.
There it is, boys. Greenfield's old busted down fence. Almost there.
We're almost there, boys.
Greenfield, you ever gonna put any new wood on that thing?
Oh, I'll get around to it eventually.
I'm 2,000 miles from Memphis, but only a few miles from home.
Well, Carson, you and Shooter ought to be able to make it to Eagle Rock by tomorrow night. You ought to be able to refill your flask.
That watering hole at Willow Creek's calling my name.
a little heavy, ain't it?
Good luck.
Thanks, Smiley. Be seeing you.
Miles from home.
We'll be seeing you, Bill.
A few miles from home.
Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear these cows have a death wish. Don't they know? Don't they know they're gonna freeze to death if they stay up here?
Cows don't know much about a calendar.
Did she throw a shoe?
Yeah, a little ways back, I sent Silas over to the chuck wagon to get me another one.
All right, on. Well, Carson's back there drinking the herd to sleep. Where's Shooter?
Oh, I sent him out to get some camp meat.
Good. Feel like my stomach's twisted around my spine.
Oh, it ain't been all that bad.
Well, if we weren't pushing these fancy black Angus of yours, I'd be half tempted to put one of them on a plate.
Well, you know, cattle rustling in these parts is still a hanging offense.
That's what they
Besides,
say.
we need calves out of those cows more than we need a steak right now.
I expect you're right.
I suppose I could be encouraged to put some more salt pork in the beans tonight.
Well, I certainly won't complain about it if you do.
Yeah, I bet.
Now, I need Silas to hurry up and come back with that high line.
Well, he didn't do anything in too big a hurry. Why are you looking for Shooter anyway?
Well, he's been a mite peeved with me since I let slip that I was going to be my last cattle drive. Shooter is not one to be in any kind of hurry to unruffle his feathers, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah. Boy can brood like nobody I ever seen.
You got that thing.
Well, he's all right when he's out here driving cattle, but keep him away from a town. The boy gets some whiskey in him, and he's a handful.
Oh. I could tell you some stories about nights on the town with Shooter.
I'll bet you could.
You should have seen him when I met him at Chattanooga. He's lucky he didn't end up on the end of a hangman's noose.
Yeah, there's something dark brooding in that boy. And it's more than just the taste of whiskey or wild women.
Yeah. See, his ma died when he was just a boy. After that, his pa took to drinking and
after a while, he just left. Shooter wasn't more than 6 or 7. He bounced around here and there between family, but he'd mostly been on his own ever since then. Seems like growing up without a paw turns a man dark inside more often than not.
Well, every man's got a dark side. Growing up without a paw makes it harder for some than most. Some learn to surrender it to the Lord. A lot of them don't.
Hell, I think Shooter made best friends with his during the war. I was there when it happened. And I don't think Shooter gives a damn about the good Lord.
What happened?
We got ambushed on the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Caught right out in the wide open, just like a bunch of new recruits. Whole nest of rebel sharpshooters. Caught us out in the meadow. I mean, lucky there were some stumps and logs about. But they picked 5 of us off before we got to cover. Kept us pinned there the whole day. Every now and then they'd send a shot over our head just to remind us they were still there. After a while, some private from Ohio, he couldn't take it anymore and tried to make a run for the trees. He didn't get 30 yards before them Rebs put a slug right through his belly. He just laid there wailing and groaning for hours. Damn Rebs couldn't be bothered to put him out of his misery. They just left him out there screaming himself to death. But when he went quiet, it felt like the whole world went quiet. In all my days, I have never felt anything so still.
So is that what got the shooter?
Partly. You see, those Rebs, they waited too long up on that ridge. As soon as they started losing good shooting light, we rushed them hard. They took one more of us out before we got into the trees, but Shooter and I took 6 of them, and by the time we had them disarmed and bound, Sergeant Beckwith come marching the 7th one back to us. Seemed like it was over after that, but that jackass from Kentucky just could not keep his damn mouth shut. Just went on and on and on about that dead private. Shooter's eyes just went dead cold. You see, those other Rebs, they saw, they knew. They kept trying to get that Kentucky boy to shut up, but before any of us knew what happened, Shooter snatched up an Arkansas toothpick and all hell broke loose. By the time the dust settled, all 7 of them Rebs was laying dead, and Sergeant Beckwith. Ground in that hollow looked like a slaughterhouse floor. Every one of them bled out. Shooter didn't even say nothing. He just wiped his hands off on a dead Reb's pant legs and went on like nothing happened. I ain't talked about any of this since my debrief with Colonel Badeau.
So, how did your sergeant die?
Well, them dying Rebs is flailing about and knocked him in a Shooter's knife in the middle of the scramble. He was a good man, that Beckwith. I had to watch Shooter like a hawk the whole rest of the war. But after it was over, he seemed fine. I mean, he seems like he got a leash on it anyway.
I don't know, Bill. If I was you, I'd grow a pair of eyes in the back of my head.
You my boss or my wife? You sound like my wife.
Well, now I'd take that as a compliment. I always did think June was the wiser of you two.
Now you definitely sound like my wife.
You see Shooter on Nighthawk, ask him if he got us any camp meat. I'd like to preserve my stores of salt pork.
I bet you would.
I don't know, Bill. If I was you,
I can grow a pair of eyes in the back of my head.
June? June!
Better let me stitch that head up first. I need to wash that mud off your face.
You could read 1,000 books.
looking a bit lame on that foreleg, so I'm gonna saddle with Curly. That way, if you're killed out there, he can find his way home fine.
Thank you, James, for everything.
Yeah, you take care out there, Bill.
Don't need a telescope to see the problem here. One look in the mirror and the source will become clear. Will you stand? No one else stands by your side. Will you cut down all the demons when they come for you at night? Will you stand? If it means you stand alone, will you wade into a hail of fire on the way to your tombstone? Will you stand? Will you
I told you you're gonna need new wood if you ever want a better fence.
Howdy, Bill. Haven't seen old Curly there since I sold him to the Reverend. You look different. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Shooter.
Shooter? Why?
Took my wife.
You sure it was Shooter?
You didn't by chance happen to hear them say anything about where they was headed before they left out of here, did you?
Well, come to think of it, I did hear that Silas kid asking how long he thought it'd take to get to Colorado.
God damn it. If he said Colorado, you know he's looking for Comancheros. He means to sell her to them, or he's looking for safe passage through Chiricahua land on his way to Mexico. Either way, you and I both know if I don't get in front of him before then, I ain't never gonna see her again. You know this country better than me. If I head up over Connor's Bluff, you think I can get in front of him in time?
You should. If you head straight east to the Teton, that should give you the best chance. It's a lot of open country though, Bill. You sure you don't want some help?
You're a good man, Smiley. All right. I ain't gonna risk you getting killed on my account. I'll be seeing you, Smiley.
Silas, I said hold him here, not push him out.
Sorry, Smiley. Ugh, damn horse.
I don't think that kid's gonna last on that horse's whole drive.
Looks green as grass.
It's gonna be hell to pay if Shooter finds out, though. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna swap him out, because I don't want him to get in trouble. Whew. Shooter.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right.
You just got that horse, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You ain't never been on a cattle drive before either, have you?
No, sir.
That horse is gonna give you away. If the Shooter finds out, there'll be hell to pay. He hired a greenhorn. Tell you what. Why don't you and me trade mounts? Magnum here, he's a cow horse through and through. I mean, all you gotta do is stay on his back. He'll do the rest of the work for you. But that horse is gonna get you in trouble. So, I'll ride him, see if he and I can come to a better understanding. And you ride Magnum, and he'll make you look like you know what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Sound good?
Appreciate it, sir.
All right, let's change these saddles over.
Well, Silas, are you going to finish as strong as you started today?
Gonna try. I'll call.
You got to make the pod ride if you're going to call.
Well, Bill, I ain't got any money left, but I know I got you beat.
Is that a fact? Well, I admire your confidence, I really do. But the simple fact remains, I have more money in there than you do. So tell you what. I'll put that in. And I'll put Magnum in. And you put Gunsmoke in. Because I have taken quite a shine to that well-fed gelding of yours. And I figure you probably paid, what, 30 bucks for him? All right. So that evens that out. I win. I get Gunsmoke and you get Magnum. Fair?
Sounds fair.
All right, showdown.
Cowboys and ladies.
Whoa! No wonder he thought he had me beat. And it is a good hand, I'll give you that. It's just not good enough. Three nines.
Silas, you idiot. You just wanted your horse.
Oh, don't worry about it, Silas. It happens to the best of us. Ain't that right, boss?
Yep, some just have to learn it the hard way.
It's better this way. It's better this way because, well, this is going to be my last cattle drive. And Magnum's too good a cow horse to retire right now. And he's never happier than he is out here pushing these cows. I don't want to take that away from me. And besides, Gunsmoke don't like you. So, fellas, if you'll excuse me, I am going to say goodnight to my new horse.
It's a little heavy, ain't it?
Good luck.
Thank you, Smiley. Be seeing you.
We'll be seeing you, Bill.
Take a cigar. Thank you. Smithy put new shoes on Rascal. Says he's ready to ride. You two still talking nonsense?
I told you, I don't want no part of this. This ain't what I signed on for.
Shooter's calling the shots here. You don't have a choice.
This is stupid. I got no interest in getting killed for you two.
Grow a spine, boy.
Don't do this, Shooter.
Please, shut the hell up, boy.
nice of you to finally join us, Bill. You son of a bitch! Come on up, Bill. Come on up and get some. Let's see if you got enough sand to wear that badge. Kinda like Tennessee all over again, huh, Bill? I thought you marshals were supposed to be better trackers, but you walked into it again. Are you persistent or stupid? Come on, Bill, go ahead and stick that head out. After I put you down, you're gonna have a conversation with that wife of yours. Maybe I'll find out what's underneath that calico. And who knows? Maybe we'll just keep it for ourselves.
Don't shoot, Bill. Don't shoot.
Damn it, Silas! Yeah! You stay. No one else stands by your side.
You may be wearing a badge, but you ain't shit.
Demons, when they come for you at night, will you stay? If it means you stay alone, will you
Close it!
wait?
Wait here.
Hey. Hey. Wake up, boy. Wake up. Wake up.
What's his fallback plan? Where's he going?
Can't tell you, Bill. He'll kill me.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you if you don't. Difference is, I'm just gonna gut shoot you and leave you here. You ever see a man die a gut shot, Silas?
No, I haven't.
I have. It takes hours to die sometimes. The pain kills you as much as the bleeding. That how you want to die out here, boy?
No, sir.
Sooner or later, every man's got to make a choice. On the back end of that choice is where a man finds out what he's made of. Make a choice, Silas.
I didn't want to be here in the first place, Bill. I didn't want no part of this.
Did you know that was my place, my wife? Did you?
They'd kill me if I did.
Did you?
Please, Bill.
Shooter don't do anything without a contingency plan. What's his fallback? Where's he going?
Eagle Rock Station at Willow
Then
Creek.
where? Portland? San Francisco? Where?
I don't know. I don't know, Bill. I swear.
June! Get the hell of that gelding that didn't run off. And you, get up. You scared, Silas? Good. Because you owe me now. You won't get clear of that debt. You're going to do exactly what I say. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you get on that horse. You ride to Eagle Rock Station as fast as you can. My friend the Reverend will meet you there. Shooter gets there before I do. You do exactly what the Reverend says. Is that clear?
That's clear.
God help you if you cross me again, Silas. Hell itself will not stop me from finding you. You understand?
Understood.
Go on.
You were right. I should have listened. That's my fault. I'm sorry, June. You know what I gotta do now. I'd kiss you if you didn't look beat up. I love you.
He doesn't even know if he can beat Shooter. You gonna let him go alone?
Sooner or later, every man's got to face his demons. But he's not going to be alone.
How much longer do you think it's going to take for that one heifer to come back down?
I don't know, but I don't want to wait on her any longer.
Yeah. Well, I'll follow you, boss.
Hello, Bill. I was wondering how long it was going to take for you to come around.
Who are you, and how do you know who I am?
Well, I've been called a lot of things, but you can call me Stone. And how I know you doesn't really matter right now.
And why is that?
Because you have work to do, Bill. And you don't have time for long stories right now. Besides, you need what I have if you want any chance to get in the other side of this.
And what is it you have you think I need?
Truth. I have truth.
What truth?
That this won't end until you put Shooter down.
How's that?
Because he won't let it end.
And why is that?
Because you're always leaving. He feels like you owe him. When you and June left him in Memphis, he took it personal.
You can't know that.
You helped make him the monster he is.
Is that a fact?
Do you remember Sergeant Beckwith? You never told the colonel about it, did you?
You can't know that. You can't know
If you would
that.
have told the colonel, Shooter would have been in the stockade, and that would have been the end of it. But you didn't.
I know it. Damn it. I'm trying to set it right.
Well, while you're trying, a lot of people are getting hurt. So you better get your mind right about what needs to be done.
I don't know if I can. What if I can't? For the longest time, he was my only friend. He saved my life.
He did. When's the last time you thought about Knoxville?
What about Knoxville?
What was it the doc said? An inch more, and it went right through your heart.
Half inch. What's your point, Stone?
Ever think about who that man was? The man in the shadows with the boot knife?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, you do. You've always known. Think. You've always known. You're just not strong enough to see it. Look again.
Merry Christmas.
Shooter.
That's right. Always been shooter. And it'll always be shooter until you end this.
How? I mean, the man won't die. He got shot all to hell riding with Sherman, walked out of the war like nothing happened. Same thing in Memphis.
Because he's your monster to kill. No one else's. You're the only one who can end this. Put this through his heart, and it'll be done. Don't hesitate.
Thanks for the cigar.
Take care now. Be seeing you, Missouri Bill.
I never understood you. I'd have thought riding with Sherman had been enough to get that out of your system. If I had to do it all over again, I'd tell Colonel Bedeau what you did to Beckwith. He was a good man. He deserved better than that. What I really don't understand is Memphis. I mean, the war was over. And I don't think you gave a damn about the gold. At least not anymore. I think you just did it for the blood. Hell, I don't even know why I waited around for you in Memphis to see if you was on the mend. You know I'm gonna kill you now. Still, I reckon if you hadn't done what you did in Knoxville, I never would have met June. Sure as hell I ain't gonna thank you for it. I'm tired of you putting me in this position. I'm done choosing you. June didn't even want me to go out on this drive. Ranfield tried to tell me to. I didn't believe either of them until you shot me. You know what the sad thing is, Shooter? Part of me's gonna miss you when you're gone. What the hell's wrong with me? Damn it, Shooter. Drop this. Put this on. You're one of us now.
But only one of us survives tonight.
Sooner or later, for the longest time, he was my only friend. Every man's got to make a choice. On the back end of that choice is where a man finds out what he's made of.
Thought he was my best friend because he helped me survive. But then he, over and over and again, tried to stab me in the eyes and leave me blind. Now I see scars in the mirror. I know the reckoning will set things right. Oh, I got me a man to kill tonight.
Hello, Bill.
Past 2 a.m. sleep is hard to find. With a long parade of failures marching through my mind. Nothing comes without a price, and cost is high. And up round every corner's another ghost that just won't die. They say it's not the end.
You gotta be kidding me.
Jeez. Cut.
You hop up and lean forward. And just put your foot up and listen. 1, 2, 3. Lift it up.
Alright, loading up the guns.
Oh, we're still.
again?
Better let me.
Well, how I know your name doesn't really matter right now. I totally forgot.
I've been called a lot.
Start with
Oh,
that.
he said that. I picked up on that.
All right. Action. Get it back in. Good.
Yep.